Muri yeZimbabwe ma1 ende tese tiri kuzviziva. Muri yeZimbabwe taona magenerals avigwazve during this time yekuti every Zimbabwean must be thinking, must be reflecting. But here's the thing, it's not only us ordinary Zimbabwean vari kufunga, vari kureflecta. Kubva kune mapopular retired generals vakafanana na Winston Gauke Mapranga, retired lieutenant general, anditi kusvika kunana comrade Knox Chivero, vana Blessed Geza vakazvitaura, and a lot of other generals vari kutaura kuti magenerals apera muri Zimbabwe. Right now tikutaura kuti there is 4 more funerals ari kuuya, ari kupinda paHeroes Acre. So a lot of these retired generals have made a conclusion and an assumption and an allegation yekuti ivo these things, these people vari kupfuudzwa nemunhu ari kuda kubata ushe muZimbabwe. So first of all, muri Zimbabwe, Zimbabwean politics hadzina vashe. As the main guy muZimbabwe is the president. Chinhu chinonzi president muZimbabwe is the highest position of leadership, and that highest position of leadership haina chivanhu mukati, haina chichi iyoyo leadership yehupresident ine constitution muri Zimbabwe. It's a very important thing. Zimbabwean constitution yatakanyora muna 2013, muna 2026 right now yapinzigwa kacab 3 to change it without going back to the people, because ruzhinji haguvati. And that's why vakomana vakavhunduka kuti vaite come back to the people, because they know the people are conscious and the people are aware of themselves, so they will always vote in favor of themselves, which means the constitution will always benefit the masses. So vakomana, they decided not to come to the people but try to change the constitution vachishandisa parliament national assembly senate and ministers, right? So zvakamira zvakadaro muri Zimbabwe. That's a big breach. So according to public information, pane magenerals akawanda ari kusaidhira vachiwenga, anomira navachiwenga, ari kupfuura, afa zvisina order, and one after the other, ine pattern yekuti yasimudza ma-accusations, ine pattern yekuti yasimudza ma-suspicions emamamwe ma-military people like vana Winston Gauke vanogara vakataura paTwitter yataa kuti mazuva ano aya X iri kuonwa muridzi wayo ndi Elon Musk, the richest man pane rino pasi, right? So first of all, unofanira kuti understand kuti you cannot manipulate ma-platforms akafanana na Facebook, ma-platforms akafanana na X na YouTube etc, because anoonwa varidzi vavo ma-billionaires. They don't really care about money, so you can't just buy them. So let's talk about this. Let's get into this and let's pay attention to this. Kupfuudzwa kwemagenerals, ma-accusations ari kutenderera ndeyekuti vari kupfuudzwa because vari kubelieve in the vision yekuti Zimbabwe is a free and fair country. Zimbabwe is not China, and ZANU-PF is not a communist party, but ZANU-PF is a part of the people, by the people. Yakavakwa nana mai vedu, nana baba vedu, nana mukoma, nana sisi, kumakore anoita vana 1960s, ma 1950s, 1970s, 1980s, yanga yava established, and it actually won power. And around 1987, the Unity Accord was signed and it became ZANU-PF, kureva kuti pakava nekubatana kwema-political parties makuru maviri muZimbabwe anga ane power over 2 different geological areas, but these geological areas are of one country yanga ichinzi iyo Southern Rhodesia yatava kuti Zimbabwe muna nhasi uno. And these political parties, vakuru vavo, vatungamiri vavo, after my problems, after my troubles that Zimbabwe faced, these guys came to a conclusion yekuti chakanaka ndechekuti tiite sei tibatane. Ndobva vabatana, ndobva yava ZANU-PF, bato revanhu, bato regutsa ruzhinji kubva kuvanhu. Ende zvakabvumigwana, bato iri ravoona kuti tabatana, takreta yatoti isusu one party state. And vazhinji vanokuudza kuti Robert Mugabe's dream was to create one party state. As a matter of fact, inini wenyu super pano ndakatomunzwa Robert Mugabe in one video achitaura straight achiti toda kuita sezvavanoita kuzambia. Kuzambia vanoti one people, one country, one leader. Achiudza vanhu, achidzidzisa vanhu. And these are his beliefs. He wanted a one party state. But after pakazobudikira naTsvangirai, andidi vakomana couldn't suppress vanhu vakaita sana Morgan Tsvangirai. So at some point in 2008, vakomana decided to create a government yemubatanidzwa. That was an attempt to create a one party state. But when Tsvangirai were too democratic, as here's the thing, muri Zimbabwe. Nyika dzakaita sana America dzinoti influencer on a big level, on a level yekuti most people don't realize it. Kuona news dzekuAmerica, uchiona pa CNN, uchiona pa Fox News, kuona vana Al Jazeera, vana BBC, etc, vana First Post, vana CGN whatever China. All of these things, if you watch this kind of news, you learn about other people, other cultures, how other people operate, how they, handle politics, leadership, business, CEOs, trading on the stock exchanges, by New York Stock Exchange, or NASDAQ, or what I say. All of these things, they teach you how other people operate. So we are a generation, in fact, not a generation. We're talking about how the world is right now. Because we're not going to only 94 years, but on a smartphone, on access to YouTube, on access to the Mtapa Times, Inside Africa Network, to Super Nexus, and other guys from all over the world and from Zimbabwe, etc. It gives you a bigger point of view. You could, even if your government is trying to manipulate you and keep you in a certain circle, in a certain point of view, you are able to break it because you have access to everything in the world. And it. So, zvakamira zvakadaro muri Zimbabwe. Here is what happens. Ndechekuti vana Mnangagwa chiro vakaedza sei kuti isa pakona. Atifi takaenda pakona. We are always free. And that freedom will always apply it. Because I want to tell you one thing. A lot of people lose hope in life when politics goes a certain way. And it turi my votes, pari kuvotegwa Emerson Mnangagwa, pari kuvotegwa Nelson Chamisa, pari kuvotegwa Douglas Monzora, pari kuvotegwa Jacob Scala, Job Scala, pari kuvotegwa etc. And then Marisausonza abuda ponzi Emerson Mnangagwa ndiye awina. And then you're thinking your life just ended. And a lot of people operate on that level. They're just like, you see, vanhu vanenge power rine politics, yet at the same time they are slaves to politics. And this I want to tell you, muri Zimbabwe. And I was talking this same thing with a guy who is a millionaire muno Zimbabwe, a real millionaire muno Zimbabwe, muna more than $200 million wandachitaura naye. And he said this, and I have to repeat it to you so you understand. He said, at the end of the day, every leader wishes to be a successful one. No matter who is the president, chishuwo chake at the core, at the center, ndechekuva a good one, anodiwa nevanhu. So the people will do everything to try and build and make sure ordinary people, businesses, etc. succeed munyika. So whether ndi Mnangagwa aita president, that doesn't change your life. Mulipobata. Your life doesn't change because of who is president. Noso jamsana guna kuti uya akaita president. Ma roads akavakwa, America ikainvesta, ma KFC akazara, ma Bank of America akazara muZimbabwe, vanhu vachi deposit ikoko, vachi withdraw ikoko, everything, like everything American, big companies, American capitalism, you know, big American companies, they can come and invest in Zimbabwe. And within like 5 years, Zimbabwe, she lead to London, she lead to Washington, she lead to, Los Angeles, or she lead to New York, and the Pisa. But the core of the center of that system will be American companies, and they do that, and they have the ability to do that. And it's a good thing if they come and invest in your country, because you have the opportunity to learn, and then from learning, from seeing things in real time, you apply. And then you also become as capitalistic as they are. So, Zimbabwe, tikuda kuti isusu, on an individual level, iwewe, improve yourself, and learn. First skill is being able to serve. I mean, you have to provide general labor, you have to provide your skill. You are a nurse, you are a teacher, a doctor, an engineer. You sell that skill, or you know nothing, you just want a general job, you sell your labor, maybe as a construction worker, or as a garden boy, or as a security guard, or a maid. And boss, when you do that, the first thing you have to do is save. Be able to save on whatever level. Regardless of Mnangagwa being the president, build yourself. Boss, all the time. Because we still have the ability to build. So stay tuned. Pamzinda van neni super rugare garuwene.